Hello and happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, July the 16th. And you can see that I am still studying up on my Instant Pot cookbook. But hello everybody. Hello and happy Sunday. I hope you all are having a great week. And I can't wait to see who is going to be here. This is chat number 326, and it is titled How to Make Healthy Decisions Easier. I just wanted to say that I tried to make one thing easier. Hello, Anna, by putting Dusty's bed over here next to me. I thought that might make it easier on him, and he has chosen to go lay down on the floor. I don't know. I can't explain it, but hello and happy Sunday, everybody. Again, this is July 16th. Hello, Catherine from Lowell, North Carolina. This is chat number 326, How to Make Healthy Decisions Easier. I thought I was going to be making napping decisions easier, but you know, dogs, he has decided against that. We are back here in Casey Kitchen Center in the new showroom. And as you can see, still don't have everything set up. Hello, Sarah. It's good to see you. Still don't have everything set up. Hello, Hattie. Yeah, the guy was supposed to be here today working. I don't know when this is going to happen. Yeah, everybody else has got to get their stuff done first. And hello, Mary Ann from Pennsylvania. Hello, Trish from California. Hello, Carol Lou. Did you have a great birthday? I hope you did. Hello, Sandra from Demon's Ferry. It is good to see you. But hello, everybody. Also, oh, and here he comes. Maybe he's found out that the bed was moved. If you are brand new, please let us know because we would love to give you a shout out and welcome you. Also, you can see that I'm trying to reach a 5,000 star goal. So if you wanted to do a little something, it's completely up to you. It's just one little way that y'all can help to pay for some of these things that we get to be able to show you how to make delicious things. Okay, so a little bit of news for July. First is Super Cubes is having a, well, first is you will not see my hair down again until it is less than 92 degrees outside. Karen and I walked and it was pretty toasty today right before the chat. So yeah, so you may not see my hair down again for a little while. And let's see. Okay, sorry, I have to digress. I didn't put this in the actual news, but John says hello from Wi-Fi Palooza home base. I have had him on limited Wi-Fi now for several months. Hello, Lynn. Not because, you know, not because he was in trouble or anything, but I just was not going to pay that much for internet. Well, we found an internet solution which was extremely affordable for us, and it came in conjunction with upgrading his phone. Anyway, he's just living La Vida Loca over there because he can use the computer, his phone, let me see, the television, he can watch all the YouTube he wants. Hello, Sandy. He can live stream. He can do everything all at one time. So he's extremely excited about Wi-Fi Palooza at home. But anyway, hello, everyone. So hello to everyone who has just hopped in. The little bit of news. Hello, Sandy. And let's see. Yep. Okay. And Lynn is smiley about that. Let me see if I can get Dusty to lay down. Come here, buddy. Look, your bed is right here. It's right here. Everybody say hello to Dusty. Super quick. Hello, everybody. Okay. And I'm going to see if he will be pacified with laying in his bed so that he will not wander around. And I swear I turned the air up. I do not know why it just popped back on. The Mevo camera obviously is not hooking up yet, and we have that obnoxious background noise. I will try to do something about that, or I'll try to get it to shut off here in just a second. Anyway, over here, y'all can go on a tour of Casey Kitchen Center with me while I go to turn the air off, and then we'll have to put Dusty back in. Aloha, Kathy. We'll have to talk Dusty back into his bed, or he will want to get up and wander around too. And here he comes right behind me. Anyway, here's where I work. Here is Casey Kitchen Center, and this is what we are getting ready for everybody. Of course, we're already open to the public, but this is where I work every day. This is where my mean boss makes me come every day. And this is where we are getting set up. We have our beautiful new kitchen started with our lovely things to be able to show you all how to make even more. Okay, so we got rid of the pesky noise. Okay, and Lynn, I did not get sunburned today. This is just me naturally after having been in the sun for a little bit. Okay, let's try to talk Dusty into laying back down again. Come on, buddy. Come lay back down. Come lay back down. Here you go. There you go. Okay, so a little bit of news for July, and yes, thank you, Sarah. So a little bit of news for July. The first thing is Super Cubes is having a big sale. If you don't know what Super Cubes are, you can go back and check some of our prior chats. We are going to be making quite a few things with Super Cubes this fall as we are continuing to harvest things. This is what we have right now to deal with. And hello, Sandra from Naperville, Illinois. But so Super Cubes is having a big sale. I'm going to post my affiliate link, or I'm going to have Casey post my affiliate link in this later when we get off of the chat. If you want to check out those deals, if you'll click on the affiliate link, I do get a teeny tiny bit of credit for that, but they have deals on the 2 tablespoon or 1 ounce set, which if y'all have seen any of those super cube deals or have seen any of the super cube videos that we've done, the 2 tablespoon or 1 ounce set, that's the one that I use to freeze herbs, which I will have some, we'll have some herbs here soon to freeze, but freeze herbs, you can do baby formula in it, you can do ice cubes, you can freeze fruit in it, lots of things. Those are really good for that, but that set's on sale. The freezer to table set, which has some of the things, hello Sherry, it's good to see you, some of the things that you can put in the freezer, but then also one of their new kind of bakeware things, that set, the freezer to table set is also on sale. The complete set, which is like everything, it is on sale. And then the stoneware baking set of 2, that's on sale. And also the new baby set. So if you know anybody that's getting ready to have a baby, that one would be perfect. But anyway, so that's with super cubes, and I'll post that link for you all later. Also, summer gardens are coming in. And we have been blessed with too many tomatoes, and one of our garden neighbors shared tomatoes with us. So we've been blessed with too many tomatoes to just eat, but not enough to can yet. So I'm asking you all, what should I make with them? So there are too many of them just to have tomato sandwiches every day. There's too many. But yeah, so send me a super cool recipe. We talked about a few things Thursday night in Gwen's Zoom meeting, but send me some of your super cool tomato-based recipes. And if you think it's one that I've never seen before, for a chance to be featured in next week's chat. So if I pick your recipe, if you send me a tomato-based recipe, and if I pick your recipe, then you would be featured in next week's chat. The last thing is, this week over on Instagram, I showed how to make some things from your kitchen and how to make a creative lunch or a dinner for one. Go check it out over on Instagram. Ooh, yeah, and Carol Lou says caprese. Lynn says sauce. Yeah. Ooh, Sandra says dry them. That's a good idea. But if you go on over to Instagram, not right now, wait till the chat's over and check it out. And remember to subscribe and follow, because there are some things that I can only post over there. I can't really, they're not easily posted here on Facebook or on the website. And that is just IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. They're not as easily posted there. They're much easier to post over on Instagram. So if you want to scoot over there after the chat, it's just If You Have an Egg. Hello, Deanna. Good to see you. It's just If You Have an Egg over on Instagram. And if you want to follow and subscribe there, some of these things that I'll be showing, again, easier to show on Instagram just because of the way the videoing works and everything, and because they'll be short. That way you are assured that they will not last any more than 90 seconds, so a minute and a half. You will not have to endure a 1 hour long video to see how to make these things. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram. And when I get to 10,000 subscribers or 10,000 followers over on Instagram, there will be a big giveaway that you're not going to want to miss. So just saying you might want to do that. And hello, Mary from Pittsburgh. So Dusty made it in the bed for 2 seconds, and now he's up wandering around again. Hopefully he will lay back down. Hopefully he is tired from the slumber party over at Casey's yesterday. But hello and happy Sunday, everybody. Again, just got done with some news. So the next news I want to know is who, and hello, Susie, good to see you. The next news I have or want to know is who attended an in-person workshop last week. And hello, Sherry. Sherry's in Cape Coral, Florida. Who attended an in-person workshop last week? Give me some thumbs ups. If you went to an in-person workshop, or if you did a Zoom workshop, and I did both, so I get 2 thumbs ups for last week. And let's see some hearts if you attended here with us live last week, or if you watch this later on demand. So lots of hearts and thumbs ups already. Good job, everybody. Awesome, awesome. Joycelyn and Mary. Oh, and Sarah watched Larry Garrett this morning on Zoom. That is awesome. So bravo to everyone who attended an in-person workshop, went to a Zoom workshop, or was with us last week, or both. Awesome job, everybody. Last week was chat number 325, and it was Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. And I asked you, don't you wish that there was just somebody that you could look to and say, you know everything, what am I supposed to do? And then I asked you to look in the mirror because it very well might just be you. So many of us have been around the block. You know, one of my least favorite phrases is, this isn't my first rodeo, but this is likely not your first rodeo. So last week I also reminded everybody that when nothing goes right, just go left. So if nothing is going right, just go left. The three things that we talked about last week were sometimes, all systems are go. Sometimes it feels like everything's kind of clicking on all cylinders, you're firing on all cylinders. Everything's going great. Oh wait, and Beth did an in-person and a Zoom. Awesome. But it feels like everything's going great, and you're thinking, this is clicking along, this is going great. Think back to some of those times when things were going well. I know you've had some, because I know all of you all have had some great weight loss experiences, and you can think back on those, or things that were going well, like you had a great place to walk, or the kids, hello Myrna, or the kids were at a great age, so it was easy to plan your meals. The second thing I wanted you to think about were those times when you had, kind of a failure to launch. You were thinking, oh my gosh, I can't get this off the ground. I can't do this. That's how I felt during COVID, and it's how I felt. Oh, yep. And Chris, I do know that you attended an in-person meeting. I do already know that. So extra bravo sticker, Chris. But there's times that you just think, I just can't get this going. And COVID was like that for me. And then for a long time after COVID, that was me. I was like, I don't know. I just can't get back in the groove of it, because we lost our place to walk. We lost the gym temporarily, and then I never got back to it. Let's face it, I made every single banana bread recipe that existed, during COVID, and enjoyed all of them. But sometimes you have that failure to launch. You just can't. You're just thinking, gosh, I just can't get going again. It just isn't going. Then, hold on a second. Mary said she tried the palmini hearts, and the linguine was okay. You got to put something with a lot of flavor on it, but they are actually good. Then when when something's not going right, or everything's not going right, just go left. Okay. So just go left. Cause it works for race car drivers, so it can work for you too. And my example was my spouse's job keeps me from eating dinner with them. So I just munch in front of the TV, and hello, Jonna. So I just munch in front of the TV. Well, that is me. And so when everything is not going right, I have decided to turn left. So I'm sharing a garden with my neighbor, as you all can see from the bountiful tomatoes and everything over here. She's not quite vegan, but she's pretty close. And y'all know that even though I do eat meat, I do love to eat that way. And so she's been sharing a lot of, yummy recipes with me to try. And we've got the Instant Pot, and I have the digital canner now. So I'm planning on making some meals that I can enjoy, when John's either late, or he's had, dinner or he's had lunch at work, or just, has already eaten. So instead of, when things are not going right, I'm just going left. Several of you all did the same thing this week. Your homework last week was #GoLeft. Again, it's not your first rodeo. This is not your first time around the block. So several of you all chimed in. Let's see how you did on your homework. Sherry is currently taking a blood thinner, and she was advised to cool it with the vitamin K intake. So that wasn't going right. So she decided to go left, and she's learning to love kale. That's a big learn. That is a big learn there, Sherry. Phyllis wants to make refrigerator tea, but she can't handle the extra caffeine. So y'all know I've been making refrigerator tea for the last few weeks, and I forgot to bring my stuff with me to make it, so I have a dud of a drink tonight. But Phyllis has been wanting to make the refrigerator tea, but she can't handle the extra caffeine, so that was not going right. So you know what? She's going left. She's going to dig out some of her decaf tea. Same thing, same taste. Way to go, Phyllis. And then this week, Deanna said she did her homework without even realizing it. So I think she had already accidentally done her homework and then went back and watched the chat. But she is going to go left by making some Mediterranean meals. She's been trying to go right, and it's just not working out for her right now, okay? So she's going to go left, and she's going to mix it up with some new recipes. I think it's a fantastic idea, and I've seen what she's been posting over in the If You Have an Egg Facebook group. I think it was a good decision to go left. Absolutely delicious looking things. So bravo to everyone who did your homework. It's never too late to do your homework. You can still continue to do it. And you can still share it with me. So this week's topic is how to make healthy decisions easier. I'm all about anything that can make life easier, like how to make your dog stop walking around when you're trying to do a live chat. That would be a great topic. Dusty, come here, buddy. And he is so old, me calling him, he's just like, I can't hear you. I can't see you. I can't find you. Okay. Anyway, so this week's topic is how to make healthy decisions easier. So who spent most of their time this week looking through Instant Pot videos, but not actually making food? Who did that? So who spent most of their time this week looking through Instant Pot videos and watching the videos, but didn't actually make any food? Didn't actually make anything with it? Anybody? Anybody at all? Oh, it's just me. Okay, I'm the only person that did that? Okay, so maybe it was Instant Pot recipe binging, or maybe it was accidentally eating all of your hashtag purse check snacks. Oh, Jeannie did it too. Jeannie did it too. But maybe it was accidentally eating all of your hashtag purse check snacks while you're waiting for swim lessons or, you know, some other camp to get out. But intending to do something, and hello, Marlene from Florida, better late than never. But intending to do something and then actually following through can be a challenge sometimes, can it? I think it can. Hello, Loretta. Oh no, Loretta had to go back out and come back in. I don't know, Loretta. Facebook treats you like it treats me sometimes. And then I see Lynn. Oh, Lynn practicing, but not with her. No, she watched some videos, but not with her, not on Instant Pot. Okay, so 3 fast facts from Weight Watchers this week. The first one is, I call it mind your mouth, and that means research shows that just saying that you will do something does not mean that you will actually do it. So there are lots of times that I think, you know what, I'm just going to say this out loud, because if I say it out loud, then I'm going to do it. But research shows that just actually saying it does not mean that you'll actually do it. How many times has your spouse or significant other said, I'll be right there, honey, to help with those dirty dishes or to change that dirty diaper. I'll be right there. And then they never make it to your side of the house. Okay, I rest my case. Happens all the time. The second fast fact is that planning makes perfect. Maybe not perfect, but a heck of a lot better anyway. It's a heck of a lot better than doing nothing. Planning all of the details ahead of time significantly increases your chances of doing the thing. So whatever the thing is, like doing the dishes or changing that poor baby's dirty diaper or something like that, going ahead and pre-planning what you're going to do, that significantly increases your chances of doing that thing. And then I like to say, if this, then that. And I'm trying to think how Chris, how was it that Gwen said it this week? She said, when I this, then I will that. So my version is, if this, then that, and I'll explain in a second. But planning also helps to make sure that whatever it is that you want to do better aligns with your goals, you know, like your weight loss goals, maybe it's health goals, maybe it's sleep goals, whatever your goals are. And it can also help deflect those pesky interrupters that often get in our way of doing what we intended. So things like, John and I decided that we were going to start going out every Friday night. So we've been married for a long time, 30-something years, 34 years, I think, if he's still there, help me out, maybe 34. A long time. Let's just say we've been married and or dating longer than, you know, I don't know, we're like Methuselah. But it has been years since we have had just a regular date night, and we decided that we were going to go out, you know, every Friday night. So my if this, then that thing was, okay, if we're going to go out on Friday nights, then I'm going to bring half of my meal home and eat it for lunch the next day with a 0-point hashtag bulk it up food. So John's been doing the same thing. We've picked a place that we both really, really like. And we've said, okay, if we go here, if we decide that we're going to do this on Friday nights, we're going to go, we're going to enjoy ourselves. We get pretty much, you know, the same thing almost every week. But then we both have already decided and agreed, because we pre-planned this. So I don't know if y'all have been to one of Gwen's meetings or not, but Gwen talks about being in a cool state. So making decisions and planning these things when you're in a cool state instead of when you're in a hot state. So if we had waited until our first night to get to the restaurant, if we had waited until then to say, oh my gosh, this is way too much food, this is way too much money, whatever, what are we going to do, what are we going to do? I promise you, we would have ended up eating all of it and we would have been miserable. But instead, while we were in a cool state, we said, okay, we're going to pick a couple of places. We're going to try this one first because we've been there before. We kind of know what we want. And we're going to each get something that we like. So, okay, so Karen just said, hubby and I always split a meal when we eat out. So Karen's if, then that is, if her and hubby are going to eat out, then they're going to split a meal. Does that make sense? So we decided that if we eat out on Friday nights, which we're trying really hard to make it an every Friday night thing, but if we eat out on Friday nights, then we will save half of it and have it for lunch the next day. And then I pair it with some 0-point things, like we've got cucumbers coming out of our ears right now. So my 0-point thing to hashtag bulk it up every week for the last couple of weeks has been cucumbers. Okay, so does that make sense? or something like, if I feel like munching after dinner at night, then I will set a timer and I'll only eat if I still feel like it after 30 minutes. Okay, is that making sense for everybody? Because we have a few minutes to talk about this. I talked really, really fast tonight, so we've got plenty of time to talk about this. Let's see, Loretta says, my husband would never split a meal with me. He would cut my hands. Yeah, there are certain things that we eat that, same. Gwen tells us this all the time. And if you're brand new, I am Kelly. This is If You Have an Egg. This is If You Have an Egg. And my blog is IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. If you happen to be brand new, and if you also happen to be brand new, please say hello because we would love to welcome you. Oh, and Chris says, feel free to bring me some cucumbers. I brought Karen to last week. I will check. Let's see. I will check. Yeah, I have to go tomorrow and water. And Chris, if I have extras, I will bring you some Tuesday night. But I was going to say, but Gwen is my fearless leader. She's mine and Chris's fearless leader. And if Melissa was here, hers also. And she tells us all the time that her policy is, if it would be easier to call this a policy, her guideline, her policy, but her policy is that if her and her husband go out to eat, that she doesn't get her own dessert. She wants dessert and she wants to eat dessert, but her policy is her if, then that is, if we go out and get dessert, then I'm going to just take 3 bites of your dessert. So they get a dessert. They don't even split it. She just takes 3 bites of it, and then Mac gets the rest of it. He gets the rest of her dessert. It makes her happy because, let's face it, 3 bites taste exactly the same as 10 bites, but you feel a little bit better if you just enjoyed the 3 bites instead of eating 10 or all of it, or, just gobbling up the whole thing. If I'm sharing with somebody, it's the weirdest thing. I will take tiny little slow bites and wait for them to take a bite and then me take a bite. And I don't know, it lasts so much longer. But if I know that I'm eating it by myself, I'll just scarf down the whole thing. It's gone. And then, game over. And I don't enjoy it any more or any less. And Sandra said, that she and her husband used to split dinners off, and that's so sweet. And it took years to get him to do that. And Loretta's says they go out every Saturday, so she banks her points during the week. Okay, so Loretta's is, if we're going to go out on Saturday, I'm going to bank some points during the week. Do y'all understand how that works? And hello, Orlando Debbie. But does this make sense how this works? I hope so, because that's your homework. So at least three of you have already done your homework because I already said your names. But if this, then that. So again, Loretta's is going to be, if we go out on Saturdays, I'm going to bank my points during the week. Let me go back and find my other 2. Karen's is, if hubby and I go out, we're going to split a meal. And then I feel like there was another one and I've lost it. Maybe it was me. I don't know. Maybe it was me that said it. Okay. But anyway, does that make sense? So that is your homework. And I'm going to end this first part just a smidge early because I don't know how long part 2 is going to take. So your homework is hashtag if this, then that. So hashtag, I can't even spell, hashtag IfThisThenThat. My goodness, I can't spell that. Thank you, Lynn, for spelling that for me. And yes, Sandra, it is time for some water. So I'm going to go ahead and get my drink of water. We are not quite to the halfway point yet, but I don't know how long the second part is going to take. So I'm just going to remind you to do your homework. Hashtag if this, then that. Please tag me on Instagram. If you do it on Connect, it's at IfYouHaveAnEgg. Instagram, tag at IfYouHaveAnEgg, and I will see it. You can do it on YouTube. You can always comment on YouTube. I love it when people do that. You can comment here. And some of you have already done your homework. So hopefully Casey is working hard on your Bravo badge for today so that I can go ahead and start giving those out. And I've still got to go back and give out last week's. She had a super duper busy week last week. And she just sent me your homework badge today. So I'll get those makeup badges out soon. And Debbie says, if I go out to eat, I will do 0-point meals the remainder of the day. That is perfect. Okay, so we're here at the halfway point-ish, a little bit early, so that we can move on to part 2. Everybody stop and get a drink of water. If you are brand new, this is an hour-long chat, and yes, I have skipped straight to the hard stuff, so I'm about watered out today, and like I said, Karen and I walked 3 and something miles, a little over 3 miles. It was 92 degrees outside, and the humidity was, what would you say if you're here, John? 1,000, maybe? I know it can't be more than 100, but maybe like 1,000. So, and I've had all the water I can take today. So I have skipped to Gatorade Zero. So y'all stop and get a drink of water. This is the only time every week that I know that y'all actually drink some water. And we're gonna have a competition in the second half. So stay right here with me. Yes, Loretta, Inferno. And that's funny you say that, because there was a meme on Facebook for Tennessee earlier this week, and I think my son-in-law Alan shared it, and it said it was like the temperatures of Tennessee, and it was like winter, spring, fake spring, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. And I think one of them was like Inferno, and it's like that right now. So we skip spring every year and we go straight to gonna kill you summer. Okay, so we're just about 5 minutes early. So people who are watching this on YouTube are thinking, what in the world? It's not quite time yet. We're about 5 minutes early because the second half of tonight's chat is going to be a challenge, and I want to go ahead and start it. Oh, no. Lynn said it's 97 with a feels like of 103. No, thank you. And Chris, you are so smart for walking in your pool today. That is so smart. Karen and I have to walk on the ground, but I am taking Alyssa swimming tomorrow, so that will be good. I at least won't have to, you know, endure that again tomorrow. But this is the second half of chat number, oh, he laid down, but not quite on the bed. Anyway, this is the second half of chat number 326, titled How to Make Healthy Decisions Easier. What we're going to do, the little contest that we're going to do here in just a second, is hopefully going to make some decisions for me here in the showroom, again, a little easier. So, as you all know, I have been poring over my Instant Pot, the little book that came with the cookbook, and oh, let's see, we're not live on YouTube, Sarah. I have not started. Okay, so Sarah said, I tried to find you on YouTube for lives before and couldn't. I don't do them live. We post them later. I have not been brave enough to also go live on YouTube too. The amount of you all that are here right now, that's about all I can handle, okay? So that's about all I can handle live. I can't imagine what would happen if we went on YouTube. Yeah, that terrifies me. Plus, I've done live in other platforms before, and you tend to get weirdos. We've been super, super lucky that we've only, for the most part, 99%, we've only gotten actual people who were interested in YouTube or cooking, or I mean, not YouTube, like Weight Watchers or cooking or something like that when we stick here with Facebook. Anyway, YouTube just makes me a little bit nervous. So this contest, if you all have been around any length of time, so for those of you all who've known me for any length of time, you know that I cannot hard-boil an egg. So I've peeled plenty of hard-boiled eggs. My sister is a wonderful hard boiler of eggs. My mother-in-law could do it. My mother-in-law didn't even cook. And she's still very much alive. She just doesn't cook at all now. But she could hard-boil an egg. My dad could do it. My mom could do it. I mean, everybody around me can hard-boil an egg. I can peel them, so I know how to peel a hard-boiled egg. I'm just not successful boiling them. And I know, Debbie, isn't that cute? Queen of everything. My other apron was dirty. John had to wash it for me. The white one had too much smear on it, so he had to wash it for me. But thank you, Sarah. But anyway, I can't do it. So I will start by saying I cannot hard boil an egg. Love a hard boiled egg. I'll eat them all the time, but I can't hard boil one. Then I will say, please do not tell me how to hard boil an egg, okay? I've tried everything. I've tried every suggestion for putting an egg in the water. So Debbie, that's one of the things we're doing tonight. So I've tried everything and I was not successful. Zero success. My friend my friend Becky, even bought me an egg timer, and I did it for you all during one of the chats, and it plays a tune, whether it's soft boiled, medium boiled, or hard boiled. And I even did that and it worked okay. It was fine. It was okay. But still, I could not hard boil. It just didn't turn out right. It just didn't turn out like I remember them turning out. So here's our contest for today. And I'm going to turn you all around a little bit. So again, if you all know me, if you've been around for any length of time, you know the only way that I can hard boil an egg is in the air fryer, okay? Air fryer hard-boiled eggs, 260 for 16 minutes, and then put it in an ice bath for a few minutes, and they're perfect every single time. But several of you all are now saying, I make mine in the Instant Pot. I make mine in the Instant Pot. I own an Instant Pot now, so we're going to have a contest. So this is going to be a head-to-head contest, okay? Which one is better, Instant Pot or the air fryer. I don't know how long exactly this is gonna take. That's why I wanted to start just a few minutes early. So we're gonna start with the Instant Pot first because I know how long it takes in the air fryer. So Instant Pot first, you put this little thing, the steamer basket, in the bottom. And remember, I'm learning how to use the Instant Pot along with you all, okay? So just be patient with me. Then I got this little silicone thing to go on the bottom to hold the eggs on and for other things. I'm sure there's other things you can use it for. The eggs are exactly the same. So these are Eggland's Best cage-free eggs. You do not have to use cage-free eggs, but I just wanted to prove to you that they're exactly the same. So these are brown eggs, Eggland's Best. Both of them, they're almost at room temperature because in the air fryer it works better at room temperature. So exactly the same age. There's nothing different about these eggs, okay? They're exactly the same. So I'm gonna put 2 of them on that little holder in the Instant Pot. Oh, if I can see, across from each other, okay? So I'm gonna put 2 of them in there. And then my handy dandy instructions that came with my Instant Pot say to add, so to put the steamer rack in there, arrange the eggs on the steamer rack, put them on that little plastic thing. I have no idea who he's talking at. Dusty, there's nobody out. Sorry, hold on. Dusty, there's nobody out there, buddy, come on. Come on. Okay, I was wrong. There is somebody out there. We are totally fine, but someone has their hood up, and Dusty was very, I don't know, wanted to help them or something. Okay, so 2 eggs in there. Then you add, let's see. You add a cup of water. So there's a cup of water to that inside pot, never that outside pot, to the inside pot, a cup of water to that. I've only got 2 eggs in there. I'm assuming you could do, who's done eggs in this before? How many eggs can you put in there? I've already got it plugged up. We're gonna line up this arrow to that. And again, remember, I'm learning with you all. I'm gonna make sure that this is on seal. Okay, so that little switch is over on seal, and then we're gonna pressure cook, and we're gonna push the center button to confirm that. We're gonna confirm it does need to be on high, and then this book says 5 minutes, Debbie says 3 minutes, but I'm gonna go according to the instructions, so I'm gonna leave it on 5 minutes. Okay, the reminder is off. Okay, and then I'm gonna push start. Oh, and we don't need it to keep warm. We don't need it to keep warm, so I've just pushed start and now it's on. So now it should start preheating. Okay, and again, I've got that on seal. So according to these directions, oh, and Mary says you can put in as many as you want. And Debbie says you can do as many that will fit in the Instant Pot. Okay, good to know. So again, the instructions were pour that cup of water into the Instant Pot, into that inner container, and then put the steam rack in there, and then I put my silicone rack in there. I put 2 eggs in just because I only have 4, and then you close the lid, make sure it's on seal, select pressure cook, high, set it to 5 minutes, and then start. Debbie says 3 minutes, it said 5, so we're gonna start with 5. And then after it's done, then we're gonna let it do a natural release for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna press cancel, okay? The way I know how to do it, and it turns out perfect every time, is the air fryer. In the air fryer, I'm gonna put the other 2 eggs in there. I'm gonna put those in the basket. So I'm just gonna open my air fryer basket, put the 2 eggs in there, and you don't poke holes in any of this, okay? And remember, we've got these set up off of our brand new quartz countertops. So if you have brand new quartz countertops, please do not put your Instant Pot or your air fryer directly on them, okay? Then I'm gonna push the center button to make my selections. I'm gonna push, this is a Simple Living Products air fryer. So you touch the thermometer, the thermostat, touch the thermostat and take it down to 260. touch the time and take it up to 16 minutes. Okay, and then that's gonna go for 16 minutes. And Sarah says, no, oh gosh, no, Sarah, don't put any water in your air fryer. Okay, that's a great question, but no, Sarah, do not put any water in your air fryer. So the only time that I have liquids in my air fryer, it's just barely any liquids. You don't put any oil in there, you don't need it. I just put just minimal amounts of liquid in there because you don't want it splattering around in there. It's basically like a convection oven that's spinning air around inside of it, and it's gonna get hot on the bottom and it's gonna get hot on the top. And that air spinning around in there is what's cooking the food. But that air that's spinning around in there, that is also what is going to, oh no, don't be afraid of it. Oh no, Sarah, no, don't be afraid of your air fryer. But that air spinning around, that's what cooks it, and that's what cooks it so evenly. And I didn't mean to segue over to air fryers, but while we're waiting on these, and I do have one egg that I made earlier in the Instant Pot, so we'll try it here in just a second so that we don't just sit here and just stare at each other the whole time. No, gosh, Sarah, no, don't be afraid of it. So, but the minimal liquid, again, because it's spinning around in there. Like if you ever put something that's lightweight in the air fryer, like a tortilla or something like that, when you turn it on, you hear it. You can, kind of hear it flopping around. So I try to put heavier weight things in there. But my gosh, I cook everything in the air fryer. I do, like these tomatoes, I could slice them and do end of season tomatoes in there. Let's see. Debbie says, or in both of them, you can crack the eggs in a pan and cook them, and then you can make egg salad. Oh, that's true. No, that's exactly right. So Debbie's exactly right. Well, I don't know about the Instant Pot yet. I don't know about that one yet, but you can crack an egg and you can cook it in, you don't just crack it and put it down in the, like down in that, in the tray. Don't put in the basket. Don't put it down in there. You have to put it in something. You can use, let me see, I think I don't want to disturb Dusty, but I've got some little containers, anything that's oven proof, you can put in the microwave, you can put in the air fryer, and you can crack eggs in there and cook them. You can do, there's that darn air conditioner again. Okay, anyway, you can crack the eggs and put them in a pan, and then you can put that pan in some more water and cook that in the oven. There's a couple of different ways that you can make like cheater hard-boiled eggs if you're going to chop them up. If you don't need them to be, like an actual egg, if you don't need them to be, actual egg shaped. And I tell you what, I'm going to take you all with me again because that's so loud and irritating. Oh, except I hate to wake Dusty up. But we're just going to go flip it off so that it'll quit doing that, even though it is TIOST. So at the end of the chat, y'all please remind me to come back over here and turn this back on, or it will be 600 degrees in the morning when I come in. Okay, so we're just gonna click it off. And yeah, silicone cups that are sturdy, Debbie's exactly right. So we're just gonna click that off, but again, please don't let me forget to click it back on. We're gonna click it off. Don't let me forget to click it back on, or it will be, 100 degrees in here in the morning. Okay, so let's come back over here and see how our experiments are going. So this, again, this is a competition. So this is head-to-head Instant Pot versus air fryer. I have only just made, I'll know, a handful of things in the Instant Pot. Actually, 2 things. I've only made 2 things in the Instant Pot. So I'm thinking there may be some more of these head-to-head opportunities. What are some things, while we're waiting on both of these, what are some things that you all make in the air fryer that you would never make in the Instant Pot? And what are some things that you make in the Instant Pot that you think, oh, that's the way to go? That is the way to go instead of using an air fryer or some other method. So Instant Pot users, what are some things that y'all are like, hands down, we'll only ever make this in the Instant Pot. I will never make this any other way. So y'all know I love, oh, okay, and the little button just popped up. The little red button popped up, so that means that it is coming under pressure. So it's just like a Thanksgiving Day turkey, when the little button pops out and it's ready. So it's just like that. It's not exactly like that, but we'll be getting closer to cooking. So, okay, so talk. What are some of the things that you all think? Oh, yeah. Okay, shredded chicken. Okay, Debbie, explain shredded chicken. We're cooking. Okay, Mary Ann says yogurt and applesauce in the Instant Pot. So Mary Ann, I know you posted a yogurt, oh no, applesauce. You posted an applesauce recipe last week. But seriously, you make yogurt? Mine has a yogurt thing, right? Yep, it's got yogurt, sous vide, slow cook, rice, steam. So I find it interesting that it specifically says rice, yogurt, rice and yogurt specifically. Why specifically rice and yogurt? Okay, and Chris wants to know, hey Instant Pot users, do you make a whole chicken in the Instant Pot? Mary says my daughter does corn on the cob in her Instant Pot. I do corn on the cob in the air fryer, so I'll be interested. Maybe we'll do a head-to-head. Maybe we should do a head-to-head on the corn on the cob too. Okay, and Debbie says you can cook the chicken in both and then shred. And Chris says she makes a whole chicken in her air fryer almost every week. Ooh, Myrna loves salmon in the air fryer. And Debbie says, yes, she has done a whole chicken. Okay, so Debbie, what are the instructions? Do you know off the top of your head what the instructions are for doing a whole chicken? I didn't even think about that. So Chris, yes, I know you've been making a whole chicken and then you've been using it to make other meals, haven't you? Just tell everybody really quickly, because I know I get to hear about this on Tuesday nights, but what is it that you've been using that chicken for the rest of the week to make? Because I know you've been making quick meals. And I got to tell you, this is an active little parking lot out here tonight. I don't know what we have going on, but there was a broken down car on that side a few minutes ago, and that's what Dusty was parking at. And now there's somebody up front here. I have no idea what they're doing. Okay, and Debbie says it depends if it's frozen or thawed. And Sarah says, how many pounds of whole chicken? So that will be interesting to find out. Okay, we have 9 minutes left. In the air fryer. I do already have my cold water over here. I would love it if they would get ready at 2 different times so that I can remember which ones are which when I put them in the cold water. And Chris says she makes chicken salad, chicken burritos, yum, yum, yum. And Debbie says it's approximately 5 pounds. Yum, yum. And then where are my successful, is there anybody left? Are there any of you all left that just go ahead and boil your eggs on the stove? Is there anybody left that's like, forget it, I'm not using an Instant Pot or an air fryer to cook my hard-boiled eggs. I can hard-boil them just fine on the stove. Because I want to see who those people are too. And Chris says I snack on chicken and rice. Yeah, I know Chris uses she uses chicken a lot during the week. So in your Instant Pot, oh, and Mary still makes hers on top of the stove. Okay, Mary, pray tell, even though I said don't tell me, and Sandra does on top of the stove, Karen does on top of the stove, and Susie does the stove. Okay, the only reason I said don't tell me, and Lynn does the top of the stove, is because I've tried everything, and it just doesn't work. Oh, and Carol Lou, you've got one of those, what's it called? What is that egg cooker thing called that you've got? Hattie does the stove, Chris does the stove. Okay, well I might change your all's mind after this, but I don't know which way you're gonna go. Let's see, in this book, in the Instant Pot Recipes book, that is where it had how to do the hard-boiled eggs. And that's one of the things that's going to be going in this little note card thing that I told you all about last week. So how to do the eggs is going to go in there. But then there was also an egg salad recipe in here that is, well, and Sarah, I know I was never old school though, because I've never been able to do it. Never successfully done it. But the egg salad recipe is just eggs, mayonnaise, lemon juice, chives, ham, and avocado. And I thought that was interesting. Marlene, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Marlene just sent 100 stars. Can y'all see the little stars going off there? I thank you so much for that, Marlene. Yeah, I'm trying to get to 5,000 stars, not tonight. I'm trying to get to 5,000 stars just to help, that'll help pay for, for some of the things that we got here to, to be able to experiment with. And sorry, give me just another second, sip of water. Or Gatorade. When it's so hot outside, you get kind of choked. But thank you very much, Marlene. That was so sweet of you. Okay, 7 minutes on the air fryer. We have 1 minute left on the Instant Pot. But then after the Instant Pot hits that, okay, so end. Okay, so now Somebody tell me when it's been 5 minutes, because we're gonna let this natural release for 5 minutes. So it is exactly 15, okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you. So after it's been 5 minutes, then we've got to hit, so we're gonna let it natural release for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna select cancel, okay? So we're gonna do cancel after that. Okay, and let's see. Okay, so Lori says she bakes her eggs in the oven in a muffin tin on 325 for 30 minutes, and then she puts them in a bowl of ice water. So Lori, is that still on the shell? So the eggs are still on the shell when you do that? 325 for 30 minutes? And I guess that would be very, very similar to what we're doing in the air fryer. I think that would be extremely similar to what we're doing in the air fryer. Okay, 6 minutes left on the air fryer. We have got about 3.5 minutes left on the Instant Pot eggs. So when we're down to like 2 minutes on the air fryer, then I'm gonna go ahead and crack open this Instant Pot egg that I made earlier, just so that we can see what the difference is. Okay, so what are some things that you all like to do with hard-boiled eggs? Because by the time we get done, I'm gonna have 5. And I used one yesterday that I made in the air fryer. I used it to go on a salad. And if you all didn't see that on Instagram, it was just half of a bag of a pre-prepared bag salad, a hard-boiled egg, a tuna pack, a chicken of the sea, not tuna, a chicken of the sea salmon pack. I did. Oh, Sarah said I nailed it on the time of both of them. Yay! Well, we'll see how long it takes this thing to get out from under pressure before I can open the lid, because I've noticed that it takes it a minute to finish releasing the pressure. So we're going to put it on quick release here in just a couple more minutes, and let it finish releasing that. But I do just want to say, again, I had so many comments after last week, people that said, oh my gosh, I've never taken my Instant Pot out of the box, I've been scared of it, I've been this, I've been that. Do not be scared of it. Oh wait, Carol Lou says sliced and put on an everything bagel. Oh, with the sliced tomatoes. There you go. Eat them with the sliced tomatoes. And yes, Sherry, I'm sorry, Sherry, you didn't hear me say, I do have an ice bath sitting over here. So I have an ice bath sitting over here waiting for both of them. But it's the same ice bath. That's why I'm hoping that they come out at 2 different times, so that I don't get them mixed up which one is which. But people that were afraid of the Instant Pot, don't be afraid of it. It's not like an old school pressure cooker. My mom and my grandmother both had the kind that was, that had that little thing on the top, and it was terrifying. One exploded one time. This is not like that. So if you take care of this, and if you take care of your rings, and if you pay attention to the instructions, I really, really feel like this is a super safe way to pressure cook things. And Debbie, wouldn't you say so? I mean, I know a lot of you all use your Instant Pot, but Debbie and I talk often. We talk frequently, and I know she uses hers a lot. So that's why I keep referring back to Debbie, because I know she uses hers a lot, and she sends me recipes quite often. Okay, we've got 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left on the air fryer, and Marlene said I slice an egg and put it on salad. Yep, me too. Also make egg salad and a good snack by themselves. They are such a good snack by themselves. Okay, and I can tell that the eggs are starting to smell like eggs, because now Dusty's not pacing to be nervous. Dusty's pacing to be feed me. He is staring at the air fryer. He knows. I'm serious, he totally knows. He totally knows that there's food in there. Okay, so you come and lay down. You're not getting an egg right now. Go lay down. Lay down. He is so crazy. Okay, so while it's got just a couple of minutes left, we're gonna go ahead. I know Dusty's crazy. This is one that I made earlier in the Instant Pot, just because I wasn't sure exactly how long this was all gonna take. Okay, so this is our Instant Pot egg. This is one of the Instant Pot eggs. Gotta say, peeling pretty easy so far. Felt good when I cracked it. Felt nice and loose. Y'all know what I mean? Like the shell felt good and loose when I cracked it. This is looking good. Okay, so Instant Pot. Again, this was an egg I made in the Instant Pot earlier, just in case this took forever. Okay, hold on. Oh, you can't see. Oh no. Okay, so just pretend like that was still in there. Sorry, Susie. Okay, sorry, I had not turned y'all around far enough. So it cracked pretty easily, came out of the shell pretty easily. This is all the shell. So after I got it started, it came off pretty easily. It's intact. That's good news. So the good news is it is still intact. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and slice it. We have 1 minute left on the air fryer, but remember, then it's got to sit in the ice bath for just a few minutes. Okay, so this is, and some people have never seen air fryers. Okay, I mean not air fryers. Some people have never seen egg slicers. So before I show you what the sliced egg looks like, let me go ahead and take these out and put them in the ice bath. And again, no hole poking, no nothing else. These just came straight out of the, came straight out of the egg carton and then straight into the air fryer or the Instant Pot. Okay. Let's get that in there and make sure that those are nice and cold. So we're gonna let those sit in the ice bath for just a couple of minutes. But here is the Instant Pot one. So it's sliced up nicely. I have a question. Does it always have, and yes, Carol Lou, the eggs were at room temperature. Anything you can cook on the stovetop, you can do on the saute mode in the Instant Pot. Okay, that is good to know. Does it always make the green line around the outside? Just asking. I'm asking for a friend. I've never had that happen before, so I'm just curious. Okay, and we've been at our 5 minutes on the natural release. So we're gonna let the rest of the steam, we're gonna hit cancel and let the rest of the steam come out. Okay, good to know. Jean says if you do 3 minutes in the Instant Pot, that you do not get that dark ring around the yolk. Debbie, is that why? Okay, so good to know. I will be telling Casey to put that in the notes as a note, that if you do them on, Marianne says hers never do, and she does 5, 5, and 5. Okay, but I guess that's why Debbie, green. Oh, and see, I'm sorry, Carol, I'm skipping around. Carol Lou says she heard that the green line is overcooked. Okay, so Jean and Debbie do 3 minutes. Okay. Okay, let's see if these have cooled off enough. Let me see. I'm going to test one of these and see if they've cooled off, because I'm getting anxious now. And yes, I know I'm not showing you this because I want to just check and see how these are doing. Okay. So here's one of our air fryer eggs. Okay, also pretty easy to peel, which I knew it would be because I've done these in the air fryer before a million times now. Okay. Like with the Instant Pot, Chris says maybe it's the size of the egg, how long it needs to cook. I don't know. Okay, so also like with the Instant Pot, pretty easy to shell. You can see it's coming off, the shell came off in nice big pieces. Okay, I will also say, I was a little bit nervous about, you know how I set the eggs like this on that little rack in the Instant Pot? I was concerned that the yolk was gonna be all the way down at the bottom, you know, in case I get ready to start to do deviled eggs, and it is a little bit at the bottom, okay? Okay, here's one of the air fryer ones, and let's see. Okay, so it came out clean. I don't know. The air fryer egg is nice and yellow. The yolks are right in the center. I don't know. Maybe this test isn't complete because I didn't do them for 3 minutes instead of 5 minutes. So I will say I won't consider this a closed case. Stay tuned on Instagram. I will do an Instagram reel. And I'll try the Instant Pot eggs on only 3 minutes as suggested by Jean and by Debbie instead of the 5 minutes and see how they turn out. But for right now, my early conclusion is while that was super easy in the Instant Pot, super easy, this is the difference in how they look. Let me find a similar, here we go. This is the difference right now. This is the difference in how they look. So this one was the Instant Pot, 5 minutes. Let's see, 5 minutes to cook, or like under pressure, 5 minutes under pressure, 5 minutes natural release. And now we're just letting it finish. Let me see if it is, oh, it is, okay. Okay, let me go ahead and get these out and put them in the ice bath. But I don't know. Right now, it's looking like the air fryer might still be our winner. Oh, wrong side. Wrong side, sorry about that. But I'm willing to give it a try. Woohoo, and there's 67 watching. Sarah, you would have passed out when Weight Watchers was, when they were rolling out the new program, which is just the Weight Watchers program. You would have passed out because we had, I don't know, there was one of the chats when they first came out that had like 200 and something people at the same time. Talk about not being able to keep up with everybody. That was nearly impossible. Okay, but anyway, so far, the jury says air fryer eggs are prettier, yellower, more yellow. The yolks are more in the center. The Instant Pot egg did peel just a little bit easier. It came off in bigger pieces than the air fryer egg did. I will do an Instagram video this week after I've eaten all 5 of these eggs. I'll do an Instagram video, two videos. I'll do 2 reels later this week. One doing the air fryer again, and one doing, yeah, I don't want 200 people at one time, Sarah. No, thank you, that's okay. It was just, that was like a fluke thing when they just went with the new program. Anyway, I'll do a reel on, the, oh, sorry, Karen, the air fryer is 260 for 16 minutes. And Melissa, oh, there's Melissa. It was 260 degrees for 16 minutes. But anyway, I know. And Debbie says, back in the day when you first started, we had hundreds of viewers on Sunday. I know that people get busy. So I'm happy with my 40 or 50 people now. And lots of people go back and watch them later. Anyway, so the jury's still out. I will do that on the reels later this week. I'll try the 3 minutes in the Instant Pot instead of 5, and I'll see how it works out. But again, as of right now, the air fryer egg has won. So y'all have a great week. If you are, and sorry, I'm trying to keep my eggs in the ice cold water while I'm leaning over here. So y'all have a fantastic week. If you're watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and let that next video roll over, because it'll be the one I'm getting started on our Instant Pot. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe so that you'll know when we post the next video, because we're gonna be doing lots of experiments in the Instant Pot. But y'all have a great week. I will see you next time. I'm going to go figure out what to do with these 5 hard-boiled eggs, and keep watching for those Instagram posts so that you will know. Thank you so much, Jean. And Jean says, don't forget the air conditioner. Thank you. Can you see? I'm already getting toasty. So yes, thank you very much, Sandra. I'll go turn it on right now. But y'all have a great week, and watch on Instagram for those other posts. I'll see you later. Good night. Y'all have a great week. Good night. Thank you, Lynn.